right then. Hello. Haven't been to these woods in a while. Thought I'd come. It's a nice winter day, so. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about immigration. We have a lot of controversy today about immigrants and migrants and human rights and all kinds of things like that. And I know a bit about it because I'm an immigrant. I came into this country in mid-70s. Let me tell you, every country wants immigrants when it can afford it, when it needs them. Every country has their own laws, their own everything. And people that want to immigrate to the country come with two different purposes. Either to use that country and then move somewhere else, which are migrants, and immigrants. To my understanding, those who want to immigrate to the country must do it through legal channels, like we had to. We had the fortune to stay in Italy, which was a neutral country. We had to apply for a visa. We decided to move to the United States after Israel. We actually missed the 1973 war by a day. When I woke up in Lido di Ostia, which was not far from Rome, on the coast. That's what it means. Lido is beach. The news just announced that the 1973 war in Israel just started, which we were very fortunate because we would be sitting on our bags and would not be able to leave. But anyway, in Italy, I was just a kid, so I don't really know that much about it, but I know for a fact that my parents had to go to the consulates and whichever way they had to do it, and we had to apply for a permission to enter into United States as a legal immigrant wanting to become in the future citizens of the country. We had to prove and have a guarantor that would guarantee that we have a place to stay for a few days or whatever the period was, weeks. And we were able to work, and we had whatever kind of education and whatever our history to prove ourselves that we're going to be productive citizens of United States, and we wanted to enter in and have permission to enter in as legal immigrants. When we arrived in the United States, and it took us 18 months in Italy to get this permission. At the time it was difficult. There was difficulties I don't need to talk about right now, but we had a guarantor, which was the Russian Orthodox Church, and this priest met us at O'Hare Airport with long black robes and a beard, and it was interesting. It was interesting, but my father went to work pretty much immediately. Found a job, then he found a different job, and then we moved to Harvey, Illinois, and then I went to a high school. My first high school was 97% black, 95% black. It never changed. It's still today 97% black. All my friends were black. I know a little bit about racism and this and that. I lived in Israel, I lived in Russia. Bigotry and racism is alive everywhere, my friends. I've always said to people, hey, if you find a friend, it doesn't matter what color he is. If he's a righteous man and you want to trust him to be your friend, treasure that. It's not about race, colors, or anything. It's about righteousness. It's about honor. So, today, we have all these, whatever you want to call them. Some are refugee status. We had refugee status. That's how we were able to get permission eventually to come in. And we had to stay on probation for 5 years, applying for citizenship and so on and so forth, we had to study to pass the exam to be a citizen. We definitely had to learn the language, which is a must. If you're going to live in the country and provide for your family or do whatever you got to do, you've got to speak the language of the land. If you're moving there to keep your own culture and you don't give a shit about the language and the culture of the country you're entering, you're a parasite, okay? You are not a benefit. Every country has an interest in having people immigrate into it when they need more population, that is, that will be productive, okay? There was no unemployment or welfare benefits offered to us, or if we showed ourselves to be parasites, to be here to use the system, to get paid to be there, I doubt we would have a citizenship. We wouldn't pass. That's how it used to be. I don't know how things changed and what this comprehensive immigration needs to be changed by the Democrats and Republicans and talking, oh, we need comprehensive change. Bullshit. You need to get back to logic, okay? Why would the past administration let in millions of people that were undocumented, and they're having problems with this, and it's human rights, and we're this and we're that? They offered them money. They actually advertised it all over the world to bring them in. They gave them over $2,000 a month, phones, cars, homes to live in, everything. For what? Because they were going to be such great citizens? No. All they care about is their own power. Because they wanted the votes. They thought that if they're going to do this, these people are going to automatically vote for them to keep their freebies going. Open your eyes. Look at what happened with the Somalian population in Minnesota and wherever else. Look at the Haitian population. They're not all bad people, granted, logical, but they're definitely not all good people, and you definitely don't want them next to you. All these people are protesting, running around saying, oh, we're protecting our neighbor. Have you lost your freaking mind? There's a federal officer, several federal officers that are working within the law. They have a lead on a rapist, murderer, whatever kind of hideous person that they need to arrest, to deport, and you're over there standing in front and screaming and yelling and blowing whistles, warning them, oh, we're protecting our neighbor. Are you freaking stupid? You getting paid? You're getting paid to be a treasonous piece of, you know what, piece of shit. Don't you care about your own kids? Your own fathers and mothers, your old people that are going to have to live in this country, live out their days, your children that are going to have to grow up in this country? You know, you're protecting your brother, your neighbor, the freaking murderers and rapists and whatever kind of filth that Biden administration welcomed and paid for into this country. You people have lost your freaking mind. Yes, we want immigrants. We need immigrants, but the right way, lawfully, legally, reasonably. Use your freaking brain and some common sense. Look what's happening to us in the United States. I love this country. I have 4 kids. I raised my children in this country. I want this country to do well. What are you doing? Pro-Hamas, pro-illegal immigration? You people have lost your mind. Wake up, smell the coffee. I don't know what else to tell you right now. If you would like to respond to this video and correct me or debate this or talk about this, please, I welcome it. That's the reason I do these videos on whatever subject, biblical truths, politics, whatever. We should be able to talk, but you can't talk. You just get angry and mean, and you can't talk. I love you. I thank you. May God bless you with eyes to see and ears to hear, because you're not asking for eyes to see and ears to hear. You're listening to whatever propaganda garbage that you've been listening to. How can you believe in what you believe? Don't you see what's in front of your nose? If you like this video and you've learned something or I helped you to understand something, please share it. Please like. I'm using my time to try and help. I don't want to hurt anybody. Unless they come into my house to try to hurt me, I will kill them. And if they're really bad, I want to kill them slowly. God bless you. Take care.